Hello, this is Mick with Sac City Property Management. Let's go ahead and talk about the CAM procedure, since that's what I'm working on right now, and it works fairly well, but I think I want to automate it to make it a little bit simpler. So let me show you what's going on at the moment. So let's run the rent roll for the month of June. All we got to do is set the date. It brings up the list of, let me change the date to June, which is what we said. It brings up the list of active tenants, what their rents are. It automatically creates a known for them. Set the date and run the rent roll. Creates the tenant charges, creates the invoices for all the tenants. Life is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that, close the rent roll. Now let's go to our image manager and let's load images. So let's clear the table out and we'll start over. And we can select our pending table, because that's where I put all my pending documents, and then populate the table. Life's good. Let's go ahead and edit the images. And let's do a receipt, and I think it's the last one. Yeah, there it is. You can zoom out so we can see what it is. And let's go ahead and we'll leave today's date there since we're just practicing. And the contact for this is SMUD, which is my utility district. The project on this is 15/15th. And the cost is $143.67. Funds type's a check. Check number is 8323, and it's a receipt, and it's going to create a directory for it, create a name for it, and all that for us. All we got to do is save it, and then we can expense it right there. Once we expense it, all we need to do is set the account. Let's say that was out of the trust account, because we're paying it with client funds, so it automatically brings up the owner for the trust funds, which is great. And then utilities, all we got to do is zoom down, and utilities house meter, and save the record. Once we save the record, do we want to create CAM charges? Say yes, and it's going to populate out the list of CAM charges for us, so that's good. And anyways, you'll note here that I've got a $93 in total CAM charges, which is different than the amount for the check. The two do not have to match. The way it's set up is that the client is in charge of the billing, and then the CAM charges is a reimbursement to the client. And each tenant may have a different CAM rate. And the owner can pay a portion of it or whatever, and that's set up at the tenant level. So that's taken care of. So close, close, and close. Now then, let's go to the invoice list. Life is good here, and we've got all the invoices we created for those tenants. But now we want to add the CAM charge. Let's open one up, and we can look at adding the CAM charges. And we go to tenant charges. And you can see that here is the CAM charge that we just did. You want to add it to the invoice just by clicking add or invoice, and we're done. So let's close that. So 614, so you can see that these numbers didn't update, so I need to fix that. Just do a Control C, Control V for the moment, and that's something that needs to be addressed. Okay. So anyways, that's how to add a CAM fee at the moment. You can see a lot of work that needs to be done. It needs to be automated in so that it adds in those things. But let's see what happens. All right, thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.